I have something serious to tell you guys today. My Plat 3 student who did nothing but 5-stack was struggling hard in making smart decisions in ranked. To sum it up for you, he pushed mid with the bomb with a classic against a Marshall. My student struggled with understanding how to push an area of the map, how to properly use his utility, and how he should be taking gunfights as Omen. No matter what agent you play, pay close attention because what I'm about to teach him will be useful for you all as well. Exactly! Mujen, yes! Are you talking about the gun chart? The weapon advantage chart? To where like you're like measuring a weapon's like mobility compared to the range that the weapon's good at, right? And then you're also talking about, okay, well, the classic is a fairly forgiving gun mobile wise, right? But for the range, it's best in really close meters. So if we were a classic user, we want to take fights that are like aligned with this, right? And this is a classic, right? But also for a Vandal, it's really good for long range because it can one shot from any range, right? But the mobility absolutely sucks. So any fight you take with the Vandal is going to want to be kind of around this mark right here that favors you, that where you're really long range and short range. So just given this information right here, why are we taking mid when we have classics and we're fighting whether a Marshall, Guardian, whatever? We know the weapon's going to be a long range weapon fighting who is on cat. And we're contesting mid with classics? Like, look at the chart. Does it make sense to us to do that? Like, does it make sense to fight mid when mid is nothing but long range duels, okay? And we don't even use our smokes creatively to close the space. We don't even use our smokes to help us out here. So we can't even be like, oh, well, I could just smoke this off because you didn't do that, right? The way we took these fights, do you think it falls in line with what's in favor for us? Huh? Like, we could even take this graph into consideration, right? If they have a Marshall, for example, guess what? Marshall is probably like sucks with mobility, okay? And it's really good for range. Same thing, dude. Is this a good fight for us? It's like the way we chose to push it. Yeah, but it's guys, it's the way he chose. Like, look. Our plans, I don't even think we planned though. That's the thing. That's the issue. We didn't plan, okay guys, let's try to take mid. We have classics. This is what we're gonna do. We had no idea what we wanted to do. Look, homie's in the jet smoke with his blind, trying to chase down the chamber and is shooting at the chamber's belly button. In the very beginning, okay, he just now places down his smoke to cover cat. You know? And then he goes out with bomb, walking out. And you're gonna like take your first shot at the chamber and it lands right here. Because my friend, you aren't even aiming at the guy and you're already shooting at him. Like, we need to do an entire like revamp of your mechanics. We need to completely scratch out everything you think you know and apply a new foundation, homie, because this ain't it. You feel me? Like, this is a little bit, this ain't it. This ain't it, chief. It ain't it. You know what I'm saying? A better course of action could possibly be to figure out what y'all can do with your smokes to close the space and to isolate one person to get a gun. Or again, you guys could literally just like do some weird ass smokes on A, weird ass smokes on B, and go out and take some really close range fights and just like triple team one guy, right? Try to isolate people. But just going out into open space like we're doing here, like taking this fight, okay, our teammate died, cat, dang, that sucks. Homie didn't wait for the smoke to go out. KJ, get good, right? But then here, it's like, bro, you have no idea what you're doing. Like, you look lost. If you had a plan in mind, you would already expect, okay, cat's gonna be smoked off, so I'm pre-aiming here. Or I'm gonna expect the person to be here because cat's smoked off, right? But you don't expect someone to be here because you're not even looking here, bro. You're legit looking into your smoke, meaning you're not planning ahead. You're not thinking ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what you're doing. And that's just like the honest truth. Like, you really don't know what you're doing. You don't have a plan. You don't have any coordination, right? Yeah, he just walked out with bomb. Like, he has no idea what he's doing, you know? And look, you're just holding out your, like, bro, are you serious? First of all, you don't even want to blind from here. Like, who are you gonna get with your blinding from here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? Like, what is that? Like, what is this? Are you serious? Like, are you serious right now? Come on, bro.
Service.
Now, with that clip in mind, I want to give some advice for my student. One, we have to simplify the game because right now, the way we think of the game is a little bit skewed. We smoke mid one round while we're KJ ulting onto the B bomb site, which a lot of our teammates end up dying because we don't smoke off market, nor do we smoke off CT. It's the little decisions like this that can honestly cause us losses in game. So how can you get better? Well, I want you to focus on one thing at a time. The first thing we gotta fix is obviously your mechanics, so that way you can actually win gunfights in your lobbies. Currently, my student has a 10% headshot percentage.
Oh!
So how do I expect you to fix this? Well, I think you've been playing Valorant long enough to where you know the maps fairly well. You just shoot too early. Your crosshair is always floating, so it's never on a particular area as to where you expect an enemy to swing you from. So if you're moving through mid, your crosshair is kind of floating around rather than having it directly on the spot to where you're going to get swung from by an enemy. Once you are able to start putting your crosshair on where you expect to get swung from, now it's slowing down how fast you react to that enemy. Because right now, because you see someone on your screen, you just automatically shoot. But what I want you to do instead is, rather than immediately shooting, take your time, micro adjust to their head, and then take your shot, so that way we can get those nice headshots, since getting a headshot is the quickest way on securing a kill in Valorant. Now, if you need time to micro adjust, obviously you want to keep strafing into one direction until you are ready to release your key and tap the person in the face. Before exposing yourself to gunfights, be sure to actually expect them. Just like how you peeked out into mid on bottom arc, on the chamber, your crosshair wasn't even on him and you already took your first shot out of panic. If your intentions were to smoke off cat, you should have already been pre-aimed at bottom mid, expecting the chamber to be there. But that's just the first layer that I want you to follow. After you fix that issue of you not being able to win your gunfights and kind of fixing your headshot percentage, then we will address additional problems later in the future. But for now, I'm just trying to keep it simple for you, buddy. But thank you all for watching. Hit that subscribe button. And if you want more big brain coaching like this, well, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. But deuce, everyone.